we watched the Kentucky Derby, like all of us in this house, in this room. My wife and I watched the Derby, and we watched the replays, and you could see that the horse on the rail had the lead, was comfortably ahead, Mystic Dan. But the two on the outside were charging. They were going faster, I think,
I agree.
at the finish line.
Yeah, if they'd had another 10
the race
yards,
been another furlong,
right.
One of the other two horses probably would have won.
Yeah.
But when you see the camera, the head-on camera, facing straight down the finishing, coming around the final turn, you see those outside horses. They bumped into each other like 3 times.
They did.
And a lot of people thought the horse in the middle, who finished third, was the fastest horse, and probably would have, had he not been bumped into, had a cleaner run and passed Mystic Dan at the wire.
Man.
That's why that's the term, jockeying for position.
Yeah.
You want to get in the good spot, the sweet spot.
But the stewards you can raise a challenge, and the stewards can look at the video, but no one did that I know of.
Seemed like fairly common.
Clean racing?
Yeah, to me, I don't know much about it, but it seemed like it was the right.
But there was a lot of contact.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But doesn't that happen in a lot of races?
It does.
I thought
they're
so.
right. They're leg to leg. They're touching each other.
The jocks?
Yeah. And you see the photo finish there, but, when you look from a bird's eye view, when they showed that, it almost looked like second and third was, it was almost like it was a nose. It was a nostril.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It came down to, they said it during the coverage, that, sometimes horses, they reel their head back and then go, they stretch forward their noses when they're extended. And that's all it came down to.
I have a hard time watching it. I feel so badly for the losing horses.
Really?
Why?
I don't know, but I do have
there's no governor from South Dakota waiting for the losers.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
That's the way I feel about
they're still going to get a primo stud fee. They're going to spend the rest of their life just doing it.
Sorry you didn't win. Governor?
That's what the governor of South Dakota. That's the South
Ms.
Dakota.
Noem?
Yeah. That's the South Dakota Derby. That's the way that works. Ms. Noem shoots all the losers. She takes them to a gravel pit and puts them down.
I will say this. You say what you will about Ms. Noem, whether you think she's torpedoed her chances for future office or not. She did appear on one of the talk shows.
I know.
She did.
Yesterday morning and did not back down.
She does not.
Listen, I was very interested in that. Was it Face the Nation?
She was on Face the Nation.
So the woman comes on that hosts Face the Nation. She goes, an exclusive with, what's her name?
Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem of South Dakota, after some controversial topics in her book. And I say, I'm hunkered in. I'm like, oh, finally, I can watch something here on Face the Nation. My wife's like, I wouldn't watch 1 second of that woman.
Yeah.
Channel turn. Channel turn.
Your wife didn't pull out her gun, did she?
Shoot
the TV?
She might go Elvis. She might shoot the TV.
That's right.
She hates Kristi Noem.
A lot of people do.
A lot of Americans, for sure.
There's a lot of people that feel that way, too. We were talking about NFL hosts, about Michael Vick, despite the fact he did his time.
You're right.
People are like, I'll never forgive him.
You're right.
Well,
when you do something to animals, that's really, we all agree on that.
And I think she did probably torpedo her chance of being a VP candidate with this in her book.
I agree. My God.
In fact, it may be the North Dakota governor for Trump.
In fact, that is the one thing. Trump has famously said, I could stand in the middle of Times Square and shoot somebody and my poll numbers would go up. And I think that's that's how he is. But if he put that woman on a ticket, I think people would start to turn off of him.
Absolutely.
Because she killed a defenseless dog and and doubles down about it.
Yeah.
What a true test. Come on, Noem, By the way, the Kentucky Derby we were just sitting here talking about, it reminds me of one of the most famous calls we've ever gotten from a woman who tried to educate us on horse racing a couple of years ago. And she started by saying what a fan she was.
Yeah, hi there. I'm like a huge fan
Thank you.
of racing.
Oh. All right.
I never get tired of that.
Pretty good.
That always
Never
comes
get tired
up
of
around
that.
Kentucky Derby time.
Yeah, hi there. I'm like a huge fan
Thank you.
of racing.
Oh. It hurt my feelings.
The best part is, there's so many great parts.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the
Probably
timing.
the best.
The timing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Perfecto.
her timing was exquisite.
Yeah, hi there. I'm like a huge fan
Thank you.
of racing.
Left me really.
She got you good,
punched me right
Governor.
in the face. She just stunned me. Just punched me right in the face. And now so many people come up to me when I'm in Costco. I'm a huge fan. Thank you of tires.
Of mayonnaise. Of samples.
Oh, you get.
Poor Kels can't win.
That's how you get it.
I did want to add, you mentioned Kristi Noem being on Face the Nation. Did you see, though, what she said on Face the Nation?
No. I'm not going to see anything from her.
Yeah.
I will not see one
Is this
scintilla.
about the Biden dog?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She didn't help herself. She defended it, and she said basically, well, the president's dog met 24 Secret Service members. Maybe that dog should be put down.
She said, "Commander, meet Cricket."
Yeah, Commander, meet Cricket.
She said that.
Oh, yeah.
She said that.
Oh, yes.
She said, "How many people have to be?"
She did.
Well, she tries to divide it. She tries to justify it as, well, he was a working dog, or she's a working dog. I don't know if it was male or female. Cricket was a working dog, and it's like, yeah, but there's other ways. There's got to be a shelter. There's got to be at least one in South Dakota.
That's not how things work on a farm, though.
It is too.
I mean, come on.
Are we too cityfied?
I think we're too city. I think
No.
I think we're too cityfied.
No, don't you take.
I think you're.
side
I'm
on
not.
this.
I'm just saying. I think if she didn't give the dog a name,
No,
and
I
how
don't
she,
think so.
I do.
Look at people still hate Michael Vick. There's nameless dog.
That was different.
Yeah, but people go out.
But it was a much bigger scale.
Yeah, and Michael Vick was breeding dogs to fight. This was a dog that she couldn't control.
Why?
I'm not look. I love my dog. I have a dog.
Sounds like you're defending her.
But
You're saying it's not how it works on a farm.
I think the way she's presented it was wrong. I think the dog having a name plays a big difference in how you view.
Yes,
the
but
animal.
whether she gave us the name or not, the dog did have a name.
Yeah.
And nonetheless, are you saying what she did on a farm is fine?
Is it? I bet it's more commonplace. I
Yes.
think
You think more people are doing it?
Yes.
than farm animals that aren't well enough or healthy enough or have the right temperament. I bet they get one in the brain.
I think
But
people.
this is a farm animal. What did this dog do for her? What as a farm
It was a
animal?
pheasant hunting dog,
So you're saying that if a pheasant hunting dog,
but it was eating the chickens.
okay, right?
Yeah.
So if a pheasant hunting dog misbehaves, and the dog was only like a year and a half old, right?
But they kept eating the chickens. It did attack other people. I think animals for people who are raised in that environment are viewed differently than those of us who are city folk who keep dogs as pets.
Maybe, but I also see a lot of people out there that go hunting and hunt for pheasant or deer, and they are the most animal conscious people you'd ever meet.
Yes.
That go out and hunt, and yet they wouldn't harm a domestic.
Yeah, it's
animal.
not everybody.
But if the animal isn't trainable,
Well,
we don't know what happened.
if that's the case, then where are her neighbors and others who do this saying, "Oh yeah, that's just how life is on the farm"? Nobody is coming to her aid.
because look, would you want to be the one coming to her aid right now?
I'm saying not. I'm
You're
not talking
gonna
about
get
people who.
knocked
I'm not
down,
talking about
too.
people who are running for office.
Other farmers?
I'm talking about farmers.
If it's a fact,
Yeah. Hey, that's how it works on a farm. That's just how it is.
I never heard of that.
And you're country folk.
I'm country. I didn't come on
Is
a
he?
farm, but
I'm country.
Are you?
I'm country. We had
Your mom cut to cross off your sandwiches.
You both had a movie theater.
yeah.
Dave listened to
two
Def Leppard.
screener. That's it.
Dave listened to Def Leppard.
Well, what that got nothing to do with that. You listen to what you. I didn't go kill leopards.
Thank you. We're country.
Yeah, we're country.
We're country strong. We didn't kill our dogs.
Yeah,
We're
even
not-
if Kelly does have soft hands, I mean, counting money on his life, he's still country.
I've country come to town. That's what they always called me. No, I don't lie. I don't believe it. I do think maybe it is more of that way, but this is just a 1.5-year-old dog.
And some out there, and you don't know why she wrote what she wrote, but some say, look, she wanted to prove a point and say, look, I am tough, and I am part of this.
I'm not afraid to make tough decisions.
I'm on the far end of the MAGA movement, and this is what I could do, and imagine what I would do if I was ...
To Will Hardo, weigh in.
Biggie's right. Farm life is way different. I grew up on a farm. I had 2 dogs I thought the world of. I wrestled with them all the time. They were great. I went away to my dad's house for the weekend one time. And while I was gone, my stepdad shot and killed both of my dogs because they attacked his goats.
Jesus.
And so the way I found out is like a year later, I'm in the woods playing, and I found their skeletons in a brush pile with the dog collar still on their neck. And so I was like, you could have at least taken their collars off. And he said they killed the goats. They had to go.
No, I can't hear this. I can't. You can't call this show 3 days. 3
What?
days. No,
Probation?
No, that wasn't him though. That was his stepfather.
Yeah,
that did that.
yeah.
Golly, to Will Hardo, that's terrible. And then he has to find the poor dog.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're talking about growing up on a farm. Dave and I are country strong. We understand what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Well, dogs and cats are expendable.
Have you had a family member kill a dog or cat for misbehavior or any other reason?
Oh, yeah.
Have you done it? Have you?
Hunting dogs. Dave said something about hunting dogs.
Yeah.
If a deer dog gets impregnated by another mongrel, not a deer dog, then the whole batch of puppies gets in a sack and a rock into the river.
We got to end
You
this.
open the door, fella.
I can't even say this.
Don't make it right.
No.